I'm here with my dog Bodhi, who has decided to sit right next to me as I'm making this video. So I might as well introduce him. In this video here, I'm going to cover the 5 mistakes you should avoid making as a seller. We are still in a seller's market. However, the playing field has been leveled off a little bit because of the interest rates, and buyers have a little bit more control over the buying process. So we're starting to see contingencies come back. We're starting to see homes sell for less than what they were put on the market for. And so because of that, it is even more important that sellers avoid these mistakes when selling their home. So the first mistake we're going to talk about is staging. Everyone has to do some sort of staging or prepping before putting their home on the market. Whether it's painting, whether it's cleaning the windows, power washing the exterior, decluttering and moving personal items out, there's always something to do. And the reason why you want to stage your home and prep it is because when buyers come in, one, you want to make a really good first impression. And two, you want buyers to picture themselves in your home. And if there's too many things that are yours, then buyers have a hard time picturing themselves in the home. And this is especially true if you have an empty home. Now, some people think, well, it's an empty home. It's the perfect set up for buyers to come in and look at the home. It's actually not. Buyers have a hard time picturing themselves in their furniture and all their things in a house and wondering if the couch is going to fit and if they can fit a queen or a king size bed in the bedroom, or how their office is going to be set up. So if you have furniture in your house, then they have a better idea of how their furniture is going to fit. So they'll look at your couch and be like, okay, my couch is like the same size as that. I can fit it in. Oh, look, they have a king size bed. We have a king size bed. Great. I know that it fits there. So you want to have some furniture in the house, and that is where staging comes into play, especially if your home is empty. If your home is not empty, staging is still an important piece because a stager will help you with organizing, decluttering, depersonalizing, and adding whatever pieces to your home that you might need to better showcase your home. Mistake number 2, and I see this a lot, is sellers getting too emotional. It's tough to sell your home and not be emotional about it because, number 1, you bought your home. So at one point, you were in love with that home. Maybe you had children in that home. Maybe you got married in that home. We all have memories in our home, whether we've been in there for 20 years or 2 years. And emotion does play a significant part, but I don't want that to get in the way of selling your home. And that also comes into play when people are putting an offer on your home. So, you know how much work you put into your home, and you're thinking, gosh, I spent $10,000 on the floors. We spent $60 in the kitchen, another $30 in the bathroom, and you price it according to the way you think the home should be priced based on all the stuff you did to your home. But it's not necessarily the right way to price. So when buyers come in and think, oh my gosh, the home is priced way too high, sellers oftentimes get offended by that and they get angry. And, you need to try to avoid that and take the emotion out of the home. People also get emotional when a buyer doesn't like their home. You might have an open house and there might be 100 people that come in and no one puts an offer on your home. And as a buyer, or rather as a seller, you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, no one liked my home. Like, why did no one like my home? And oftentimes it's not that they didn't like your home, it's just the home didn't fit their needs for whatever their needs are. Maybe it's too small for the home that they're looking for. Maybe it's too big. Maybe, they were thinking, okay, maybe we can do without a garage, but in hindsight, they're thinking we really want a garage and the home doesn't have a garage. There are so many different factors that go into buying a home that oftentimes it's not just I like it or I don't like it. It's I like it, but X, Y, and Z is, the reason why we can't move forward with it. The third mistake sellers often make is going with the highest offer. Now, it's awesome. It's an awesome feeling when you price your home and an offer comes in higher than that, or an offer comes in at that. It's really an adrenaline rush when you get that offer. But oftentimes the highest offer isn't the best offer. There could be a lot of contingencies included with that offer. You might want to move in 6 weeks, but that highest offer doesn't have a close date until 10 weeks or 12 weeks. So even though an offer comes in and it might be the highest offer, it's not always the best offer. They may not be qualified financially. So you need to kind of weigh all your options and really look at the entire offer and not just at the dollar signs. The fourth mistake is overpricing your home. Now, like I said, we are still in a seller's market for most of the country. My market in Massachusetts, we're still in a seller's market. The playing field has been leveled off, like I said, but because we are still in such low supply and demand is still high, we're still in a seller's market, at least in my area. Your area might be different. But it still doesn't mean that you can ask, $200,000 above what your house is worth and expect to get it. It's just not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is buyers are very educated and buyers know that the playing field is sort of leveled off a little bit. And so they're not going to be as quick to jump on a home as they were 6 months ago or even a year ago. Mortgage contingencies are coming back. And if you overprice your home, it may not appraise. And if it doesn't appraise, then either you've lost the deal or you'll have to come down in price or meet the buyer midway or something to keep the deal alive. So you just need to be smart about it and not overprice your home. And this brings me to my fifth mistake, and that is not hiring a professional realtor to guide you in the home sale process. Realtors do this for a living. We are professionals at it. We know the market trends. We know what homes sell for. We do the research. We have the data, and we can provide the best guidance and advice for you when selling your home. We know how much your home will sell for. We know how to stage a home. We are that objective person who's not getting emotional when an offer comes in that's too low, or the buyers aren't exactly the most nicest people in the world. We're that buffer between the seller and the buyer. We also vet potential buyers to make sure that they financially can afford your home. And there are a lot of other potholes along the way between putting the home on the market, getting an offer accepted, and close that happen that professional realtors deal with every day, that you don't deal with because you don't sell homes every day. Don't go it alone. Hire a professional and get your home sold for the most money it can get sold for. And statistics do show that at the end of the day, people who hire a realtor walk away with more money than someone who is trying to sell the home on their own. If you are looking for a realtor and you don't know one, DM me and I'm happy to connect you with a realtor. We have offices all over the country, so we can connect you with a good realtor wherever you are. And if you have questions about the market, put it in the comments below. I always read the comments and I always respond. If you like that video, certainly hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to know more about real estate, living in Massachusetts, all that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you'll be notified as soon as a video drops. So from me and Bodhi, we'll see you later. Hi.